A moment was unfolding, a moment that would soon capture millions of hearts and redefine what courage truly means. It was the early dawn of September 20th, 2025. Relentless monsoon rains were hammering the village of Mepidi. The Veliamparamba River had swollen dangerously, reaching its banks and flooding more than 200 homes. Suresh Pillai, a 47-year-old plantation worker, was one of the first to notice something unusual. He narrowed his eyes, and then he saw her. Kira, a black Labrador mother, fighting a furious current. Suresh said, "When I looked carefully, I saw Kira swimming against the raging water, with 4 tiny black pups stacked on her back like little soldiers." But something else caught his attention. There was a small white pup struggling beside her. Suresh knew immediately it wasn't hers. It must have been swept away from a neighbor's home when the mud wall collapsed. What he didn't know was heartbreaking. The white pup had a broken front leg from an earlier mudslide. Yet Kira understood. She sensed its pain. Twice she circled back, nudging the little pup forward with her muzzle each time it dipped under the water. The ordeal continued for more than 15 long minutes. Her 4 black pups, born just 15 days earlier under a small tea shop, were hardly bigger than kittens. They clung to Kira's soaked harness, tiny paws gripping for life. That same harness, once used to tie her, had now become their lifeline. Debris rushed past them, plastic barrels, broken stools, even a child's bicycle. Then a cluster of bamboo poles slammed into Kira's side. She jerked sharply. 2 pups almost fell. But with a swift movement, she swept her tail under them, lifting them back on top. Finally, villagers threw ropes tied to metal buckets. After several attempts, they pulled Kira and the pups to safety. Kira collapsed on the muddy embankment, her babies rolling off her back, cold, trembling, but alive. What they discovered later, shelter records from Wayanad, revealed the truth. Kira had been abandoned while pregnant 3 months earlier by a road construction crew. The 4 black pups were hers, but the white pup belonged to Kamala Chetan, an elderly widow whose home had been destroyed. How the orphan ended up with Kira remains a mystery, but villagers had an explanation. She always cared for strays, said Rohit Menon, a volunteer at the Wayanad Animal Rescue Center. "We called her Gaunki Rakshika, the protector of the village." A story that echoed across the world. Soon the story spread across India and then across the world. A U.S. foundation donated for Wayanad's flood relief efforts, with special support for Kira and her pups. Celebrities shared her story. Donations poured in. Hashtag Kira the Hero trended for days. Today, Kira and her pups live safely in a purpose-built shelter on higher ground, funded entirely by kindness. A universal message in a world filled with disasters, from California's wildfires to Europe's heat waves. Kira's courage stands as a reminder. She didn't just save her own children, she saved one that wasn't hers. And her message is simple. When life floods your world, the only thing truly worth saving is family. Her legacy wasn't just in the river that day, but in the ripple of compassion she created. The Black Mother, once abandoned, had shown humanity the true measure of selfless love, proving that courage is simply kindness in action, even when the current threatens to sweep everything away.